Hi, my name is Benansi Nunez, and I'm the Compliance Manager here at Spectrum Health Services. Welcome to HIPAA 101, your guidance to compliance, where we'll review essential information to help you understand and protect patient privacy and health information. HIPAA, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, was enacted in 1996. Originally intended to streamline healthcare and ensure insurance portability, HIPAA evolved into one of the most important laws protecting patient privacy and the security of health information. It establishes national standards for protecting protective health information, or PHI. That's any information that can be linked to an individual's health status, treatment, or payment. HIPAA includes two key rules. The privacy rule, which sets the limits on how PHI can be used or shared, and the security rule, which applies to electronic PHI, known as ePHI, and outlines how we must protect it using technical, physical, and administrative safeguards. So who does this law apply to? HIPAA governs covered entities like healthcare providers, health plans, and clearinghouses. Spectrum Health Services is one of those entities, but HIPAA often associates third-party vendors or contractors who assist in handling PHI. That's why we enter into business associate agreements, which ensures those partners are also bound to safeguard patient information. The privacy rule gives individuals rights over their health information, including the right to access and obtain copies of their records, the right to request corrections, and the right to control how and when their information is shared. PHI can only be used or disclosed without patient authorization for purposes related to treatment, payment, or healthcare operations. Beyond that, patient consent is required. So let's say a patient requests a copy of their test results to take to a specialist. That's allowed under the treatment. But if someone calls and asks for information about their partner or family member, we must ensure we have written authorization or confirmed legal access. Protecting privacy is not just policy, it's a practice. While the privacy rule deals with how we use and share information, the security rule focuses on how we protect electronic data, or ePHI. It outlines these type of safeguards: administrative safeguards, things like ongoing training, designated security officers, and documented procedures; physical safeguards, including locked file rooms, workstations, and facility access controls; and technical safeguards, like firewalls, secure logins, and encryptions. In other words, even the most secure system can't protect data if we don't use it properly. Here are a few best practices you should always follow. Use strong passwords and change them regularly. Lock your screen when stepping away from your computer. Only access records when you need to perform your job. Even curiosity can become a violation. Avoid using public Wi-Fi to access patient information. Use approved encryption tools for communication. Always be alert for phishing emails or suspicious pop-ups. Report them immediately to IT. HIPAA violations don't just come from hackers. They often happen during routine moments when we let our guard down. But with consistent habits and awareness, we can prevent breaches before they happen. A HIPAA breach is any access, use, or disclosure of PHI that violates HIPAA standards and compromises the security or privacy of that information. These breaches may be the result of human error, technical failure, or malicious intent. Here are some examples of these different types of breaches: sending a PHI to the wrong recipient, losing a device that contains unencrypted patient data, accessing patient records out of curiosity, and being tricked by a phishing email. When a breach occurs, we must act quickly. 1, we need to identify and contain the breach, shut down access or remove a compromised device. 2, we need to preserve evidence. Don't delete or erase anything connected to the incident. And 3, we need to notify the appropriate parties. Patients must be notified within 60 days. The Department of Health and Human Services must be notified, especially for breaches affecting 500 or more people. In some cases, we also must notify the media. Remember, even small incidences must be reported internally. The sooner we respond, the better we can protect patients and our organization. Here are some of the most common HIPAA violations. Accessing PHI without a legitimate work-related reason, leaving documents or computer screens exposed, sharing login credentials, not reporting a potential breach, and using personal devices to text or email PHI. They may seem like small issues, but every violation carries legal and ethical consequences, and they are all avoidable with the right habits. To avoid HIPAA violation, here are some prevention tips. Always log out of systems before leaving your workstation. Lock away paper records. Conduct regular HIPAA trainings. Have strict access controls. Have regular risk assessments. And report any suspicious activity or unauthorized access right away. As an FQHC, Spectrum Health Services is held to the high standards of compliance. We've implemented strong internal safeguards, including written HIPAA policy and procedures, regular training for all staff, ongoing audits and security risk assessments, a dedicated compliance team and committee. We all encourage all employees to be proactive. If something doesn't seem right, say something. Your voice is one of our most valuable compliance tools. HIPAA is evolving and significant changes are coming this year. Under the privacy rule, patient requests for records must be fulfilled within 15 days. Providers may not charge excessive access fees. Patients can take photos or screenshots of their own records. Access rights must be clearly posted on our websites, and data sharing with third parties will be simplified. Under the security rule, there are some enhancements. There must be a mandatory multi-factor authentication, stronger encryption and risk-based access controls, and a more detailed incident response plan and network segmentation. For reproductive health, PHI related to lawful reproductive care cannot be disclosed for law enforcement or investigative purposes. And enforcement trends: higher fines for failing to provide timely access to records, and the OCR will resume HIPAA audits coming this year. Now is the time to strengthen our practices before these changes go into effect. If you ever have any questions or concerns, you are never alone. Internally, we have a dedicated HIPAA compliance team, which consists of the compliance department, myself, and our Chief Compliance and Privacy Officer, Shauna Russell-Young, but also we have IT department as well. You can contact us at any time. Externally, resources from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the OCR office, and the National Healthcare Associations are available 24/7. The key takeaway here is, if you don't know, ask. HIPAA doesn't expect perfection, but it does expect us to be responsible, informed, and proactive. Thank you for your time and attention during this training. By understanding HIPAA compliance and practicing these principles daily, you help protect not only our organization, but also the people we serve. If you have any concerns, need clarification, or want to report a possible issue, please don't hesitate to contact the Compliance Department or IT Department. Here at Spectrum Health Services, compliance is more than a policy. It's a promise to protect, to respect, and to care.